In part one of this video series, I described what a dynamic drop-down menu was and one of the advantages to creating a drop-down menu with dynamic features. But let's see how this all plays out. First, let's go and examine my PHP admin, going to my table or database called the planets in this case, and I have my planets table, and you can see the information listed here. Let's say I wanted to insert a record. I'm just going to make something up here. I'm going to leave the planet ID alone since it's auto-generated. Let's say I create a planet we just found recently in our solar system called Naboo. I'll say it's a major gas giant. Its distance, I'll just make up some numbers. It has 23 satellites. It's a rather large planet, maybe too large. Rotates very slowly. Really long orbital period. Let's make up some numbers here. And I'll just add this information to the database. So I've inserted another row. Come back and browse, and you can see that I've added it to the database. If I jump over to Dreamweaver, again you can see I've created a query that talks to the planets table. Essentially I've selected everybody, all of the fields in the planets table, and ordered them by the planet ID, even though I'm not going to use all of that information. Just made it simple. Here I'm going to loop through an array that essentially is just all of the list items. But what I want to show you is that I created an anchor tag to a page called Planet Info, where I create a query variable called PID, where I'm passing the planet ID number to that page, but what is actually being displayed to the user or viewer of the page is the name of the planet. If I go back to preview this in Firefox, there is the planet Naboo, which I just added into the database. See the power and the flexibility of that. Not only that, but when I pass or click or hover over this anchor, you can see in the lower left-hand corner the planet ID actually equals 18. So when I click, this goes to the Planet Info page, which actually asks for the record of whatever this variable number was related to. And here's the information I typed in, which was dynamically generated. Let's take a look back at the Planet Info page. I connect to the database, but here is where the magic starts. Select all of the fields from the planets table where the planet's ID equals PID. In this case, planet ID. That's the query variable that is being passed from here to here to pull all of that data and display it on the page.